consistency rewarded. He's been there or thereabouts. But Greg, you had to earn your riding fee because he didn't look that keen towards the end.
Nadine, he was a little bit playful going out to post as well,
Yes.
and managed to pull a shoe. Had to get the shoe back on him there. He didn't behave too well there, so he was a little bit out of sorts today, but got the job done in the end. He was also taking a hold with me through the race. I didn't think he was going to finish his race off based on the way he travelled early on, but kudos to him. He did manage to stay on, albeit he made it tough for myself and for himself. It was a win full of merit in the end.
And I think you had to fight off your stable companion, so good showing from the stable there.
Yeah, Alan said to me he quietly fancied the other one. He said he'd made very good improvements since gelding and expected him to give me a fight for my money, and so he did. So it was a good result for the yard. Glad I came out on top. Well done today and to Alan. Obviously, Mr. Scranti relegated to the second box, but we'll try and have winners for him later. And then to the Community Chest and the Riva Rebecca Steenkamp Foundation. I've been asked to don this cap for them. It's obviously a very good cause, being Women's Day, and all the work that they do. Obviously, Riva's fondly remembered in these parts. I'm sure my sponsors, Ridgemont Highlands, won't mind me doing my bit for Women's Day today. So, to all the ladies out there and all the women out there, this day is for you, and I'd like to acknowledge everybody out there.
I'm sure they really appreciate that, Greg, and thank you for your support. Well done on the win.
Cool, thank you.
Alan standing by, going to join us now. Lucio, as mentioned, definitely a case of well-deserved here. He's been really a solid place earner. He's been trying hard. Today was his day, but Giacomo almost had something to say about that, and well done to you, because I tried to make you split them, and you said, no, where one is, the other will be, and you were very, very spot on.
Yeah, 2 stable companions and 2 companions of the same stud farm. So, it was a good result for whichever way you want to look at it, for stud farm or from the yard. And I thought Giacomo ran a really good race, considering his first run from after being gelded. I'd like to have won as a 2-year-old, but he just wasn't concentrating, and we had to geld him. But Lucio, I'm glad he got up into the winner's box, and since it's Ladies' Day, my wife's, I suppose, going to take all the winnings. I've done my dash.
Well, Alan, very well done. Good result here. Going forward, you've got chances throughout the day. Probably the horses to highlight: Vivier, Dame Commander in the same race, and then a newbie, Woodstock Fairy.
Yeah, Vivier, ran 3rd behind, Juniper Spring and Carlita on that day. She ran a good race, and I think she's a type of filly that will be more than likely hard to beat. I really think she might be hard to beat. Yeah, Dame Commander's honest as the day is long. Woodstock Fairy, nice filly. She was supposed to run in the feature when they changed to the poly, and then got eliminated. And her work's pretty good. I think she's a big runner. Be careful of the Tara Lang horse. I think that looks like a danger, but we'll have to wait and see. Wouldn't be maybe on the sharp side, I don't know, but I think she'll have a good account of herself.
Well, Alan, thanks for the feedback there regarding those horses, and very well done for your exacta.
Thanks, Nadine.
Talking about the Tara Lang horses, next up is Gavin Fenter to join me here, of course co-sponsoring here with Pierre Stradum, 2 names very well known from the jockey ranks here in the Eastern Cape. And Gavi, why did you choose to get involved today?
Before we get there, Greg has just put out a challenge there to the Riva Steenkamp for this foundation that he's going to donate R1,000.
Fantastic.
And he's going to challenge other people to either match or to better that. So well done to you, Greg. And myself and Pierre, we always sponsor this every year. So 2 things. Firstly, it's Women's Day, so I hope all you women and girlfriends and wives get spoiled today by your boyfriends and husbands. But the most important part is the Riva Day. And as I said, myself and Pierre sponsor this every year. It was a tragic loss. Losing a Riva, I knew her very well, and I wrote a lot of winners for her father, Barry. And our hearts go out to Barry, to the family, and to all the friends. And myself and Pierre will sponsor this every year.
Well, I think it's a fantastic initiative. I do think it's a very worthy cause to contribute to. I'm glad you guys are involved. And going forward, of course, your name's synonymous with Tara's in the racing game. Tell us about your runners coming up.
We've got good runners today. Let me just, we've got to take on...
Let Gavin get armed.
We've got to take on Alan in the next, and I know Alan's very bullish, and he's giving us a lot of weight, but we're definitely in with a chance, because we've got a nice lightweight. And then what's the next race? Then we got Toxine, she's got a place chance. And then we got Parahandy. You know, he didn't jump well last time out, and he still won by 5. And it's, to be honest, not a very strong field. I probably think the only real danger is Seville, Alan's horse. So if he doesn't get left too far, he should take a lot of beating. And then we've got Daimi. We've obviously got to be Grand Paddock's horse. If you look at the merit rating, I think he's an 88, and we are 75 or something. So at the merit rating and at the weights, he should beat us. But I can tell you, Daimi is working very, very well. So don't leave him at your pick 6. And after that, we've got Bold Viking. He's coming back from a break, but he's working very well. We've got to beat Ben-Hur. His Cape Town's form is very strong. And then we got Leadman, Alan's horse, filly. Looks to be a decent filly. She's been running in features in a lot stronger company than this field that Leadman's in. But as Alan said, maybe the distance. But I can assure you, Leadman is in with a big chance, and Street Grade's got a place chance. So.
Sorry to rush you, Gav. We've got to hurry up, but great to have you involved today, and thanks for the feedback.